guys and girls, we're here today to talk about who has been attacking the fashion police. Dun, dun. Now before we get started, make sure you hit subscribe as I'll be doing some live reactions to WWE Battleground this weekend. So subscribe so you don't miss those videos. Now, let's get down to business. I'm gonna give you my top 5 tag teams who I think could have been the ones that have been attacking Breezango. I'm not gonna give any storylines or fantasy booking. I'm just gonna say the tag teams and let me know if you think it's gonna be them or if you think it's going to be someone else. So let me know in the comments. Coming in at number 5. The duo known as the world's greatest tag team, Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. Now WWE did want to bring in Shelton Benjamin last year, 2016, before he got injured, and I think they're still interested in bringing him in. Charlie Haas, on the other hand, he is semi-retired. He did retire a few years ago, but he has had a few matches since his retirement. So he might come back for one last run in WWE. So the world's greatest tag team, let's check the fashion siren to see how likely this one's gonna be. As you can see, the siren is not going crazy, therefore I don't think it's very likely it's gonna be the world's greatest tag team, but you never know. Coming in at number 4, Crime Time, the team of Shad Gaspard and JTG. Now Shad was released from WWE in 2010 and JTG was released in 2014. And both of these guys, they're still young. Shad is 36, JTG is only 32. Now I was not watching when these two were in WWE. I had a bit of a break from wrestling, I stopped watching, so I don't really know too much about these two, but if you think about it storyline wise, Fashion Police, Crime Time, you see, it could be possible. I can see the Fashion Police versus Crime Time, even though it might not be politically correct, I can see the WWE going down that route. So let's check the fashion siren to see how likely this one is gonna be. So the siren is making a few noises and flashes, but it's not going crazy. This one is, again, not super likely to happen. Both of these guys, I think, are still wrestling here and there. And like I said, they're both still young, so they could come back in and have another run with the company. Coming in at number 3, the former tag team of Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, aka the Wyatt family. These guys are doing nothing on SmackDown. SmackDown is stacked with wrestlers, stacked with talent, and you've got a whole bunch of wrestlers, superstars doing nothing. Ty Dillinger, Dolph Ziggler, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, just to name a few. So all of these guys not doing anything. This is the chance to do something with them. Now I know that they wanted to push Luke and Eric as solo stars, but it hasn't happened. So do they want to put them back together into the tag team division that has now lost American Alpha and only really has New Day, Usos and Ascension, and the Clones are injured? So do they want to put 2 single stars back together? Let's check the fashion siren to see how likely this one's going to be. So as you can see, the siren is flashing and making some noises. That means it's more likely than the previous 2, World's Greatest Tag Team and Crime Time. That's because Luke Harper and Eric Rowan are already with the company. The last 2 are not. These 2 are already in WWE, so therefore it makes it more likely. I don't know if WWE want to put them back together. We have to wait and see. Coming in at number 2, Samir and Sunil, the Singh brothers. Now since they've been on the main roster as Jinder Mahal's henchmen or bodyguards or friends, whatever you want to call them, they haven't had any wrestling matches. The last wrestling matches they had were in NXT, I think, as the Bollywood Boys. So they are wrestlers, if you didn't know, they are actually wrestlers. And this might be a way to get them into the tag team division. Still be with Jinder, but go on their own path as well into competing, which is what WWE hired them to do, right? So let's check the fashion siren to see how likely this is gonna be. As you can see, it's starting to go quite crazy, flashing and making some noise. Okay, stop now. This one is more likely because, as I said, the Singh brothers are essentially wrestlers. They were hired to be wrestlers. And now that I think that the Jinder Randy Orton storyline is coming to an end, I think that the Singh brothers, they're going to stay with Jinder, but I believe they need to go on their own and start getting involved in the tag division. They need more teams in the tag division, and you have one sitting right there, ready to go, and pull the trigger. Get them in the division and get them wrestling. And finally, number 1, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, the Bullet Club. Now these are Raw guys, but remember, Jason Jordan has just broken up American Alpha and moved to Raw to be Kurt Angle's son. So maybe Kurt Angle and Daniel Bryan have been talking. Kurt has said, I will give you 2 people just so I can bring my son, Jason Jordan, over to Raw. And maybe Daniel Bryan chose the Club. And the Club, they keep saying that they hate nerds and Dorcas Malorcases and all of this stuff, and they might see the Fashion Police as dorks and nerds and freaks and weirdos, and they might just enjoy beating them up and destroying their nerdy little Fashion Police office. So let's check the fashion siren on how likely it's going to be the Club. The siren is going crazy, flashing, beeping, buzzing. Stop. Therefore, it is most likely to be at WWE Battleground the mystery opponents for Breezango, Tyler Breeze and Fandango, the Club. They're going to move from Raw to SmackDown. Raw already has a kind of healthy tag team division. SmackDown, it's losing teams by the week. I mean, the Colognes, American Alpha, who is next? Maybe the Hype Bros are next because Mojo Rawley is teasing a bit of heel tendencies. You know, he threw Zack Ryder out of the Battle Royal, so maybe they're the next ones to go. So SmackDown needs more teams, and the Club isn't really doing anything on Raw. So bring them over to SmackDown, get them involved with Breezango, have a little feud over there, and everything will be too sweet. So those are my thoughts, guys. Let me know who you think has been attacking Breezango in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe for more WWE wrestling related videos on this channel. And until next time, I will catch you all on the next video. Catch you later, guys. Too sweet. Boom.